We're live.
We are live. Hey, happy Winephabet Street Monday.
It's the letter M this week.
It is. I cannot believe we are up to the letter M already.
So would this be, since this is number 13, is this season 2 now?
I don't know. I don't understand that whole season thing. Like, if you don't take a break, is there new seasons? I don't know. I guess we can say it's season 2. I don't know.
I don't know.
So, hey Karen, how are you? San Francisco. You recently traveled to Barcelona. Oh, I'm jealous.
That sounds nice.
I'm jealous. Well,
Spain's on my next place to go.
Yes, I want to go also. Mike has been there for business and didn't let me tag along. So
yeah, that's next. That's next on my list.
Yeah, so, Barcelona.
I've got a lot of bucket item things. Hungry.
I know. And they just keep adding up. I want more bucket lists. Yes.
Got enough time. So shall we get rolling?
We are. I'm going to get Elmo right now. All right.
We're moving our body to the ABC. Dance nearby, dance far away, now clap your hands. To the letter of the day, clap, clap. What's the letter, clap, clap? What's the letter, clap, 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 clap? What's the letter? 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 The letter of the day is M. It's the letter of the day.
All right, so the letter of the day is M, and it stands for Mencia, which is in Spain.
This is the first time I've heard of this particular grape variety. How about you?
It is the first time that I've heard of it also, but what is interesting to me is since we decided to do it, I've heard it multiple times in like the last couple of months.
And it's funny because I've seen it. Funny, yesterday I was looking for a wine to open for dinner. We had prime rib, grilled prime rib. So I was looking through my wine cellar thing and I pulled out a Spanish wine and it was Mencia. Didn't even know I had it. I said, I can't open this.
Yeah.
That'd be cheating.
Yeah.
I'd be cheating on you.
Yeah, don't cheat on me. Don't cheat on me.
No,
Alma would be sad. Alma would be sad. All right, so why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay, I am Debbie.
I actually remembered that this time.
That's right. I'm Debbie Giaquindo. I'm the Hudson Valley Wine Goddess. I'm a certified specialist of wine and a wine location specialist in Port and Champagne. I recently published, or a year ago published, Tapping the Hudson Valley. It's a book on day trips and weekend itineraries visiting the craft beverage producers in the Hudson Valley and the sites along the way. I'm co-owner of Happy Bitch Wines. I'm a partner in a restaurant in Stone Harbor, New Jersey called Kitchen 330. And I don't know if I left anything out. I'm a wine blogger, wine writer, and I'm not taking on any more new projects.
Well, I'm Lori Budd. My husband and I, Michael, own the Dracena Wines, a boutique winery in Paso Robles. We specialize in Cabernet Franc. We also, I'm always all happy about Cab Franc. And we also produce a rosé of Syrah, and we are getting ready to bottle, I can't believe it, our 2016 wine will be bottled in July. We just finished our blending of our reserve. So yay, we're going to have a reserve, a single vineyard designated wine. And what else? I am a wine blogger, a podcaster, obviously live streamer. Just came back from Bordeaux where I was a guest of Clerc Mion for the Dance Awards, which blew my mind. So beautiful. And drank lots of their champagne in 2001, 2009.
Oh, wow.
Good Bordeaux.
What an experience.
It was.
That really is. That's a once in a lifetime type of thing.
Yeah. It was.
So proud of you. Can't wait to read about it.
Oh, I got to write it. But yes, and again, I still haven't finished all of my writing from my first trip there. But I did get out the Couvent des Jacobins, which was very near to me, and he was such a sweetheart. He wrote me and thanked me for the podcast and the blog, which I couldn't believe, so that was very sweet of Xavier. But today we are going to Spain. So
yes. Northwest Spain, to be exact.
Northwest Spain, yes. So I'm going to start off with the general characteristics. And here we go. So Mencia, so I actually say it's Mencia, it's actually Mencia.
That's how it's pronounced?
Yes. Is a medium-bodied red wine grape that produces wines with floral and red fruit flavors. If the fruit is harvested from older, low-yield vines, it has shown the ability to age like other fine wines, and it is suggested as an alternative for Pinot and Gamay lovers. So,
okay.
My guess is that I'm going to like what's in this glass because I'm a Pinot and Gamay lover. So, we'll see if they are right. Mencia makes its home mainly in the northwest above the border of Portugal in a region including the districts of Bierzo, Ribeira Sacra, and Valderos. Since the region is not typically a tourist area, Mencia has been quite the secret for quite a long time. Another reason actually has been local neglect. Traditionally, Mencia was dismissed as an indifferent local table wine and was hardly ever seen outside of Spain, resulting in a rather thin and kind of lackluster wine. So because it was just thought of as a typical table wine, no real effort was put into it to export it. And when it wasn't exactly the highest quality wines that people were seeing. In the 1990s, several wineries began producing exceptional wines, and then people started to take notice and started going, hey, how can we get this, whatever, and now the exportation of it has increased. So our little map here, these are the regions, and there's my little lovely Rias Baixas. Oh, I love that place.
I love that
There's
wine.
a bucket list for me also. Mencia is the primary grape of the Bierzo region, actually covering nearly 2/3 of the vineyards. This red grape variety is grown almost exclusively in the northwest part of Spain, especially in the DOs of Galicia, Valdeorras, Monteiro, and Ribeira Sacra. Mencia ripens early, actually by mid-September, and is well suited to the maritime climate of the Bierzo, where autumn rains are quite common. So it sees a lot of rain. So I didn't read anything about mold issues, so I'm guessing
I got that.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I do.
So we'll talk more about that because I was curious. They're harvesting by mid-September. I was curious if that really is at the full ripeness or they're trying to beat some of the rain. So that is probably more along your lines. Okay. The terpenes and terpenoids. Mencia contains high levels of the subgroup aroma compounds called terpenoids, which translate into lovely flower aromas, strawberry and raspberry. So all up in my jam right here. I'm like dying to try this wine.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too.
In addition, there's black licorice, pommes, and cherry sauce. So all of the things that I love to get in wine. When you look at a glass of Mencia, you'll notice it's a deep red purple with subtle hues of violet towards the rim. And the color tells that Mencia has the high anthocyanin, the red pigments. So I just had to look at it, and that is spot on. That is spot on. I mean, this I don't want to use the word, but I'm going to. Like, what it is dark, like grape juice, like
Yep.
pure grape juice, but it is spot on that it's the deep purple. So
Yep.
there are a lot.
It will give us some purple teeth.
Yes, yes, I believe so. Okay, on the palate, you'll be greeted with peppery flavors. That's the little powdery stuff there. Peppery flower flavors, sour cherry, red currant, and pomegranate, along with bitter cherry pit flavors, which comes from the wine tannin. Now, this is a complete sidebar, but red currants. Where was I? Forget where I was, but Mike and I were out for dinner, so it had to be over Memorial Day weekend, and there was red currants on the plate, but neither of us knew what it was, you know? And I was like, what is it? What is it? And I did my typical, well, you taste it first, you know? And so he tasted it, and he's like, I know what this is. Taste it. And we tasted it, and we both said it was red currant, but like we did it backwards. Like normally people taste the food and know it in the wine.
Right.
We knew it from the wine. We knew what the food was. And then we did ask, and we were correct. It was red currant. So that was the first time we've actually physically tasted one. It's pretty good.
Yeah, they are good.
Yeah. All right. So in the regions where it grows in Spain and actually in Portugal, you will taste a subtle crushed gravel or granite-like minerality in the texture, which often contributes to that black peppery taste. And this is what I was talking about earlier. I couldn't find if it was a major problem or not, and that's what you're talking about. Mencia can be a trouble child in the vineyard. It is susceptible to botrytis and mildew and can lose its characteristic acidity rather quickly if not harvested promptly. Mencia's high alcohol and high acidity must be kept in check to retain the wine's balance. So there's quite a bit of winemaking hands involved, not necessarily to hide faults or do anything like that, but eyes on the prize. They constantly have to be checking the wine to make sure that it's going in the direction that they want it to go in. Oak is used sparingly as it can overwhelm the delicate flavor profile. And some producers are now actually starting to experiment with carbonic maceration to accentuate the variety's fruit characteristics and to reduce the tannins. So that is a process that California wineries are doing also. It's to kind of, you take these big wines that have high tannic structure, through carbonic maceration, it allows you to get the color out, allows you to get the flavor out, but the tannin is not released in such high amounts. That is what I have for general characteristics. So what do you think? Time to drink?
Yes. I haven't had a switch of alcohol all day.
Neither have I. And I didn't drink yesterday. Slancha. Oh, I love the nose.
I do too.
It's a pretty nose.
You can smell the floral and the wow.
Okay, here we go.
Violets I get. Wow.
Oh, definitely sour cherry. It's got a very long finish.
This one's got pepper. I love it. I love the pepper.
I get I get a little bit of pepper on the nose, but I would say white pepper, not black.
This wine here, it explodes.
Oh, this is a winner.
This
Holy
is
cow.
Sour cherry, red currant. Mine is really good.
The acidity is so good. It just it takes your tongue and wants you to have more. It's
Yes.
the city. Wow. Holy cow.
That is, I'm liking it. I'm thinking this, well, I'll get into the food, but this is going to go great with food too. But I am liking this.
Oh.
You know what? We didn't, Michael. So
Debbie's yelling at the screen.
we did it.
Michael, hi, Michael. I'm sorry. I just saw your question. Yes, my reserve is Cabernet Franc. It is a single designated Cabernet Franc vineyard.
We want to know what we're drinking. So I'm drinking Godelia Mencia.
Okay, so I am drinking Petiolas.
Oh, what a pretty label.
Right? Petiola. Yeah. And one of the things
so is yours chilled? Did you chill yours?
Yeah, mine's too chilled. It's I had it in the refrigerator and I took it out about like I said before, I forgot what time it was. So right. it's a little on the chill side.
So how does it taste chilled? Because Gamay you serve slightly chilled.
I had it in the glass and kind of warmed it up in my glass. So my glass is fine, but the bottle is sweating all over the place because it's like 100 degrees out. But yes. So I forgot what I was going to say.
So should I go? I'll go into the history.
Yes.
Of Mencia.
Yes. And Michael, we're going to talk more about the wines themselves.
Yeah.
After Debbie's history. So we'll go back to the wines in a minute.
So Mencia is a Spanish grape grown in the northwestern part of Spain, just outside the Galicia region. Bierzo, Valderas, and the Ribera Sacra are most known for growing the grape. It's also grown in the northern part of Portugal and goes by Jean Daudot.
Isn't that a cool name?
It is. It is a really cool name. The spiritual home of Mencia is Bierzo, which is situated in the far west corner of Castilla y Leon. And Bierzo consists of both small valleys with high altitude sites that are perfect for growing this grape. So here we have some pictures of
a lot of foliage.
Yeah, it was once thought to be a clone of Cabernet Franc. See, that's why we like it so much.
I know. Like near and dear.
Then the University of Madrid did some DNA profiling, and it's not related to Cab Franc at all, but it's identical to Portugal's Jean Daudot. So here I have the Cab Franc grape and the Mencia grape, and you can see a little bit of the similarities.
Yeah, I can't get over how much foliage there is. That's like...
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe they don't do leaf pulling or something. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. That's a lot of energy into leaves.
Yeah.
But maybe they need it for other reasons.
Maybe. So Mencia was overcropped with high yields, and the wine was thin, and it was not a wine that people really sought after. It was kind of in this particular region, kind of like just, I want to say, left. Nobody really was focusing on the grape. And then Alvaro Palacios, who comes from a wine growing family in the Rioja Baja region. He got into, obviously, wine. He studied in Bordeaux, and he moved to Prat, where he created wines from old vineyards of Grenache and Carina. So this
whose wine am I drinking?
Are you drinking his wine?
I am drinking his wine.
Oh, that's way cool. That is way cool. So in 1998, he went to Bierzo with his nephew, Ricardo Perez, and he opened up the winery, but he started making wines from the Mencia grape. And he sought out old, neglected vines to do this on the hillsides of Bierzo. And they also they bought land, they replanted with Mencia, and they realized that the grape was really capable of producing a good, elegant wine, and a wine that also aged. Before that, the wines, they were just, I would say, just thin, everyday wines that you don't put much thought into. Mencia has to be watched because it is very susceptible to botrytis and mildew. And because of the weather, as you said, it'll lose its acidity if it's harvested too late, with alcohol levels rising to undesirable levels. So not only, you know, a lot of times, you know, grapes will be left on the vine to, you know, have the sugars rise. Here, it's really essential that they pick it at the right time. And at the right time, not just for the mildew, the botrytis, but it's everything. It's you know, I would say it's very sensitive. You have to do it at the right time. So that's pretty much what I have. There really wasn't. I tried to research, and there's not much known on it. They still don't know the DNA on it.
Right. I found this to be a very difficult grape to do research on. You know, every website I went to, everything I read was exactly the same thing, just sometimes not even in different words, exactly the same thing.
Right.
There was, you know, there wasn't really any true history. There wasn't any, you know,
Right.
It was very
Except for
difficult.
the gentleman who saved it, because they
Yeah.
weren't, you know, it was just all gone to weeds, pretty much.
Right.
And he
Right. So
came in and saved it.
I guess they're going, you know, I guess we have a long way to go in finding out more about this grape and the history of it. But there's really not a lot of information on this at all.
This is a darn good wine.
It really is. It really is. And I'm trying to think back to our our previous Winephabet streets, and you know, this is the first one that I'm like gangbuster over in a while. You know,
Yeah.
there's others that I've liked.
This
you know,
is very similar, though. See, the characteristics that I like about a Cab Franc is I love the pepper.
right.
I love that burst of pepper and the burst of spice in a wine. And this is giving it to me. My bottle is.
I kind of get the Gamay. I didn't want that drop to fall. Did you notice that? I couldn't waste it.
Saw that.
I kind of get the concept of a Gamay, but not a Pinot. It's bigger than a Pinot.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Bigger than a Gamay too.
It's bigger than a Gamay also, but the aromas are more Gamay-like to me. But I'm digging it big time.
Oh, I've got some little vanilla in there. Yeah, you know, it really does remind me of a Cab Franc.
It does.
It's not as weight-wise. It's a little bit lighter than a Cab Franc.
It has more. I think it has more acidity.
It has more acidity, like more towards the Gamay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like it. So this is a good time to talk about our sponsor.
Okay.
So our sponsor is Wink Wines, and basically Wink Wines is a wine club that you can join for free. And what you do is you take a little profile quiz. The first time you go to their website, you take a little profile quiz. And by answering these simple questions, they give you a palate profile, and then they start to recommend wines for you. And every month you get 4 bottles shipped to you. You can add to that if you would like, but as long as you take 4 bottles, the shipping is included. Okay. And you can either pick the wines that they recommend to you every month, or you can say, no, I want to do this instead. Add to it, take away, do whatever you want to do. If you don't want wines that month, you can skip a month at no penalty. So it's a really variable type of wine. And if you go to our link, which is trywinc.com/Winephabet, so trywinc.com/Winephabet, you're going to get $22 off of your first box. And that pretty much gives you 4 wines delivered to your door for like under $30. So it's awesome. You can cancel at any time, and you can skip if you want. You can add, you can do whatever. They have everything. I've gotten ciders from there.
Really?
And yeah, I've gotten ciders. And next month's episode is going to be a wine that I got from winc.com. They're always changing, and it's a whole bunch of different wineries from all, or winemakers from all over the world. So there's California, there's Spain, there's Portugal, there's loads of wines constantly changing. So just check it out if you're interested in getting a good deal. You know, $22 off of your first box. If you don't like your first box, that's 4 wines for under $30. Cancel at no penalty. So, but
Can't go wrong.
yeah. So this is my wine.
And that came from
This is Petiolos, and this I got, it is a 2015. And one of the interesting things that I did read and that I did notice on this is that Mencia is hardly ever, ever, ever on the label. Does your label say Mencia?
It does.
It does. On the front? To the back?
Right underneath the name.
Oh, okay. So
apparently, and so the other one I saw, the one I have in my wine cellar says it too, and the one that the guy gave me at the restaurant says it.
Oh.
But I will say that this is a lot better than the one the gentleman left at the restaurant.
So it actually doesn't say it on it according to the statistics. It's more important about the region. So on the back it says, you know, this is from, well, it's in Spanish. I mean, it is from Petiolos 2015, embolsado por descendientes de J. Palacios. So from the descendants of Palacios. And it is
from Bierzo.
Bierzo. Yep, this is also from Bierzo. So I honestly, you pretty much said my wine, because that was the same information I had about the wine. This actually got a 92 with both James Suckling and Robert Parker.
Wow.
And at $18, I'm going back and buying more because it was pretty stellar. But it is from the famed winemaker Alvaro Palacios. It's, according to them, this rich velvet textured red is actually made from 60 to 100-year-old Mencia vines, and they are grown in the steep slopes of Bierzo. And I was going to talk about where he came from, but you went over that. Right? He's from Rioja.
Sorry, steal your thunder.
But he worked for Chateau Petrus in Bordeaux. Well, okay, not too shabby of a place to work. Upon returning to Spain, he ventured northeast to Bierzo, and he kind of found his love with Mencia and with the region, wanting to make wine from the region. He's traveled his native Spain. He actually was first a barrel salesman. So he used to sell French barrels to the winemakers. And during his journey, he would always like, here's my barrel. How about you give me some wine? So he was constantly like tasting wines from different regions that he was selling the wines to, or the wine barrels to. In 1990, he ultimately found Terroir, which is where he would achieve worldwide fame with La Huerta and Finca Dofe. I am not familiar with them, but apparently that's worldwide fame. But he also did love Bierzo. And what else did you not say? So it had the ingredients that Alvaro wanted. The region had the ingredients that Alvaro wanted, distinctive terroirs and ancient vineyards. And it had the Mencia grape. And so this was what he wanted to do. He wanted to be the spokesperson for Mencia. So he is like me with Cab Franc. What?
He saved the grape.
Yes, he is the reason why it's there. So that beginning in 2001, his estate began to make individual vineyard bottlings. The winery itself is dedicated to his father. He works with his son, Ricardo, and that's pretty much the wine, minus what you already said, because he's so famous.
So mine is from Godelia.
Okay.
And in 2009, Vicente decided to produce wine with the Mencia grape, or open also a winery, because he makes wine from other grapes as well. And this particular wine, what I'm drinking, actually it's much older. It is a 2012.
Oh, wow.
So it shows how it ages. I would love for us to be in the same room, since yours is a younger wine.
Good taste, yeah.
Taste the difference, because I think mine is a little bit darker than yours.
I don't know. Mine's pretty dark. It might just be lighting.
Maybe it might be the lighting. So this particular the Mencia comes from 50 to 90-year-old vines. All picking is done by hand, loaded into small plastic crates, and then chilled 24 to 48 hours at 23 degrees in reef containers. And this causes them to split and begin maceration on the skins. It's then cold soaked and entirely destemmed. Fermentation starts slowly as the musts warm up in the tank, and the temperature remains cool, 69 to 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Through the entire fermentation period. The wine rests on the skins for another 6 days with gentle extraction with short pump overs. And the Mencia spends 12 months in 105 and 132 gallon oak casks. And these oak casks, 90% are French, 10 are American, and 1/3 of them are new oak.
Oh.
So I actually have I actually have another video, let's try, that I found of this girl on a trek through Spain, and she went to the winery, and it really shows the history, because there's like 5 people that are mainly involved in the winery. And if we can't get it to go, then I have something written up, but I kind of thought we'll see if it goes. Play video.
I've just arrived in Santiago after walking for almost 800 kilometers. It's been amazing. A lot has happened to me on this journey, but the best of it all are the incredible people I've met. It's funny, while I was lost, I actually found myself. And I started to feel this way when I arrived to El Bierzo. Hello.
Hello.
Can I have a local wine, please?
All right.
Thanks. I don't know if that was a sign, but I needed to know where the wine came from. They told me it was made in Godelia, a winery halfway through the Camino de Santiago. Here I am, Godelia, the place where this delicious wine is made, and it is just harvest time. Hello? Anybody there?
Sí, dame un segundo, por favor.
She is Maria Jose, one of Godelia's driving forces. Maria Jose takes me to the heart of Godelia, the wine tanks room.
Olga, quiero presentarte a alguien.
Hola, ¿qué tal tu camino?
She is Olga, the enologist of the winery. Here they produce Godelia Selection, Godelia Red, Pilgrim, Viernes, and even a sweet wine, Levamos. Olga tells me her job is fascinating, and I want to find the essence of this wine and its main ingredient, the grape. So hot. When Olga sees that the grape is ready, given its degree in ripening, the madness starts. Godelia's team picks by hand 35 hectares of vineyards. The team works hard all day long, and I want to be part of it. And here is Godello, the native variety of grape that makes such unique wines. Godelia works with Mencia and Godello, which are grape varieties only found in El Bierzo and part of Galicia. Mencia is a refined grape introduced here by the Romans. It is scented with red berries and provides the wine with a particular acidity. And Godello, so trendy these days, is fresh and straw-colored with loads of mineral notes, very novel, with character. The soil here is very unique, made of slate, clay or boulders, depending on the area.
Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo es con nosotros?
It's like Big Brother in the country. You spend so many hours together and you better have a good temper to deal with it. The day is over, but work continues at the winery. After we collect the grape, it arrives at the winery and then goes to the sorting table. Godelia's team separates the bunches from the leaves to select the best grapes. Then they are put into the wine tanks. After fermentation, they rack the white wines and run off the red wines. They press the grape skins and rack them off for the malolactic fermentation. This fermentation is needed to polish the red wines and make them easy to drink.
And here works Sarah.
Sarah deals with the commercial side in Godelia. She impregnates herself with every detail of each vintage in order to advise the consumer. Days went by and I couldn't get the team's excitement out of my mind. The climb to Osobreiro is hard, just like the harvest. I imagine Godelia's team is now doing the pressing. The pressing consists of extracting the juice from the grape at the right time. The cycle for red wine is 75 minutes, and for the drain, they extract the first 10 minutes. Then they let the wine settle in the wine tanks. After a few weeks, and depending on its quality, the wine will be bottled as young wine or left in the barrel. While I continue my journey, the vines continue theirs. At Godelia, they will be doing the green pruning in the next months to define the wines we'll drink next year. During Camino, I can say I have matured too. And when I think of the Camino, I'll remember Godelia. This experience has been unforgettable. A good Camino must be accompanied by great wines.
That's
pretty.
pretty much it, yeah. I thought she explained it better than I could. And then you get to see actually the winery, and that's the staff.
Right.
There's only like 5 or 6 of them permanent, that run the winery itself.
All right. So you are up again. We're going to talk about
Food
the
pairings.
food pairings.
All right.
Curious what you came up with, because my mind is
So, well, you know what? You're always going to go with what's available in the,
in the region.
So, Manchego cheese. But let's see here. What do I have? Pork. It goes very well with pork. It cuts through the acidity cuts through the fattiness of the pork. And it also, I don't remember if I did a duck. I did. That's Kitchen 330 duck. Duck will go very well with this because of the fruity, as long as it's done in a fruit-based accompaniment with the duck, like a lot of duck is served with, a blueberry compote or a cherry compote or some type of a fruit profile.
Right.
And it'll match a roasted duck. It will match with the scrape. I also almost want Gus to bring me home. He made a duck and sweet potato croquet. Croquet is a game. Croquettes. I want to see how this pairs with that. I bet you it'll pair really nicely because it's got a fruity compost next to it. So pork. It will go well with brisket, barbecued brisket. It'll go well with.
I can see barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue brisket. And of course, all different kinds of cheeses. We have Mahone cheese, which is from Mallorca, which is off the coast of Spain, an island off the coast of Spain. And it's also known for its cheese production, and it's home to the most respected dairy plants of Europe. Roquefort cheese, Raclette, goat cheese, Gouda, Monterey Jack, your classic Manchego, in Spain. Go with, Manchego cheese. Mushroom risotto. It also goes well with.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to interrupt. Saturday, we went to Frida's in the center of Bordeaux. And they made me, first of all, I started off with burrata. So I'm in Happy Land. But then they made me a risotto with this tomato basil pepper sauce. It was so
would
good.
go well with that.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. It would be incredible with this. It would be incredible with this. But the risotto in this restaurant was out of this world. It was so good. Beyond delicious. But
and
sorry.
I'm seeing, this probably would do good with a barbecue rind. I'm thinking ribs as well.
Oh yeah, I can see barbecue. It's actually, now that it's warming up even more, it's kind of petite Syrah like. So I can see that. I'm going away from the Gamay and Pinot. It is, at least mine is a bigger wine.
Oh, yeah. I get the floral. I just poured myself into second glass. And I'm
almost done with my second.
Oh, well, I guess I'm playing catch up with you.
Yeah.
So.
It is a much bigger wine than I would say with Gamay or
I don't think I would put it in with the Gamay or a Pinot family.
I put it more with the Petite Syrah, Cab Franc, like
Cab Franc.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it definitely has the pepper. There's minerality in there. Michael was saying that the wine shop told him it was vegetal. I don't get vegetal.
I'm not getting any pyrazine. Michael.
No, I'm not getting any pyrazine.
I don't get any vegetal, and I'm wondering if the person was reading how it's related, because Cab Franc sometimes can have that vegetal quality. Or maybe the particular wine, Michael, that you purchased had a vegetal quality. I don't know.
But it's not. When you look at the grape and what it has, pyrazine is not there. Like, that's not what they're saying is high up there. So,
and I'll tell you, my wine cost $19, and this is a darn good wine.
Yeah,
for $19.
Yeah, like I said, mine was 18, and I will go get more. This at under $20. This is an everyday wine that can stand up to a not everyday, to like a special occasion too.
Yes,
I
don't think I would pair it with a steak, but I would definitely go with like a brisket, anything smoked, even pulled pork. Pork loin, ribs, and it's definitely hard cheese, although it's like goat cheese too. But
I would go more hard.
Or semi-soft, maybe, because Gouda is kind of a semi-soft Manchego. But I wouldn't go with it wouldn't go well with like a Parmesan cheese or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of my vegetarian meals. A bean burrito, Chipotle, maybe.
Yeah, I can see.
Maybe not hot Chipotle.
No, I wouldn't go with spice.
Yeah, no, but like a nice,
The spice in the wine.
yeah, a
would
nice
clash.
bean burrito. But I think it could go with lighter stuff too. Like I think it can. I think that like a spinach salad. With
Bacon bits in it.
yeah, like
Ah,
with bacon.
bacon lard. Yeah.
Like yeah. I mean,
Mm. We have a spinach and berry salad at the restaurant. This would taste really good with that.
is it strawberry?
It depends on what seasonal berries.
Oh, okay.
Depends on what the berries are.
Like raspberry. Oh my God.
Yeah, he puts blackberries in them.
Oh, blackberry.
And I think there's goat cheese, or not goat cheese, blue cheese.
Oh.
This would taste really good with that.
I prefer the goat cheese. Not with this, but I prefer the goat cheese.
I'm going to have to, I don't know if this will still be around by Thursday when we open again, but I might have to bring that in for some photo ops.
Mm.
Oh, Tinto Toros.
Let's see. Well, I pick up Tinto de Toros and a few others. They refer me to a $13.99.
Yeah. Was poor, so I just said it again.
Recommended. It was so poor.
Oh, you'll like this, Michael. You will.
Yeah.
Try and find either one of what we have. This is the one that I have, the Godelia.
Right. And this is Petiolas.
And he's the one that revived the region. So definitely find one of ours. So mine was 19, yours was 18.
I do think it's similar to Cab Franc. It's I would classify it closer to Cab Franc than a Pinot. And
yes.
A Gamay.
And weight-wise, I wouldn't even put it in a Pinot or a Gamay weight-wise classification.
No. It's
definitely medium-bodied, not light-bodied.
No, I would even go medium plus. I'd even go mine.
Yeah, I guess medium plus.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, Michael, somebody at a customer at the restaurant that we just opened happened to leave a bottle of Mencia for me, and I didn't particularly care for it. So that might be going to your $13.99 bottle.
What made you not go for it though? What was in it why did you not like it compared to what you're liking now?
It was there was no body to it. It lacked body.
Okay.
The fruit was very dull. It lacked expression of fruit. And there was no pepper.
Okay.
It was flat, and it was uninteresting. So it almost, it could have come from overcropped grapes. Then again, also, I've seen people come into the restaurant with bottles that have been sitting in their car all day.
Well, I was going to say that.
Like that could happen as well. So it might not have been stored properly.
Right.
I don't have the answer. I don't know that. But when I did taste it, I was like, ooh, I don't like this. This is just, wonder what I'm getting, wonder what's going to happen tonight. Because this was about 3 weeks ago. Yeah. And I did not take a picture of the bottle because it just, Yeah. I'm glad I did not because I didn't want to.
I'm curious because as we stated, that there is a lot of Mencia out there that is just basic table wine. So I'm wondering if it was that the bottle you had was just low quality, or not knowing what to expect in a grape variety. Could it be that it was faulted and you didn't realize it was faulted because you don't know what to
That might be as well.
expect?
Because this right here, this is knocking my socks off.
Yeah.
If I saw this on a menu at a restaurant, I would order it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I
will go and buy more of this. Although this was sent to me, I will have to confess, this was sent to me as a sample. But
you know what? Kudos.
So I am totally impressed. I would definitely recommend the grape and the wine.
Yeah, and I'm very curious to now try another bottle, to compare it. You know, this I love this wine.
So this
So
pepper.
I'd like to try another bottle to see if it is the grape that I like, you know. But I'm impressed. I'm impressed with this, and I am trying to think back to Winephabet Street, the previous episodes, and I'm not really remembering one that we were both like,
Wowed.
yeah, wowed. And for $18,
19, yeah.
yeah, I mean under $20 is pretty spot on, you know.
Yeah. It's great,
Um,
and it's great value. It's a great wine. I mean, I'm
yeah,
speaking for my wine. You could speak for your wine. Yours is, you know, but, and it would be, you know what? It would be a good summer red to take to a barbecue.
yeah, yeah. I'm still trying to wrap on, you know, vegetarian meals that it would go with. But like I'm thinking it would go with like an not spicy. I'm not going spicy, but like an Asian like kung pao, not kung pao chicken, General Tao's chicken, but General Tao's tofu.
Yeah, I do
Um
General Tso's tofu too.
like
I
that.
don't know if it would go with that.
No, too
I
sweet?
think it's too sweet.
Too sweet?
Too sweet.
I mean, honestly, the thing that's coming to my brain over and over again is cheese.
Yes.
Like this is a wine that Mike and I are going to sit outside with, glass in hand, cheese platter in front of me, and
Yes.
I'm just going to town with cheese.
Yes.
You know, but the risotto that I had in Bordeaux is I'm going there with that also.
Yeah, that will taste good. And mushrooms, it goes, you know, mushroom risotto, and
Yeah.
it would probably taste well with like a chicken and a mushroom sauce.
Yeah, well, not for me, but yeah. Yeah, but you know, again, that mushroom thing is a Cab Franc thing. Mushrooms go very well with a Cab Franc.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they talked about how they thought it was Cab Franc, but I don't know if they thought it was Cab Franc from the leaf structure and the, you know, the cluster structure. Like, was it elongated? The picture was, you know, it was tough because you had a picture in bin and you had a picture on a vine.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you can identify grapes. That was part of UC Davis, which drove me crazy. But like they show you a picture of a grape cluster, and we were supposed to identify it by the grape cluster. You know, some are elongated, some are fatter. The berries are bigger or the berries are smaller. You know, all of that stuff. So I'm wondering if it looks like Cab Franc or if it tastes like it. And there is a lot of similarity in the taste to me, but there's also if I tasted this blind, I would not say it was Cab Franc. Like you know, if I was blind, I wouldn't say it was Cab Franc. But you know, my palate is very specified to Cab Franc.
There's not enough cherry flavor in it for me to say it's Cab Franc.
There's, you know, it's got a different acidity level. It's got a different mouthfeel to it. It's beautiful, but to me it's not Cab Franc. So if I was tasting it, I wouldn't say it was. So I'm curious as to what made them think it was Cab Franc. But then again, they thought Carmenere was Merlot forever.
Right.
And I don't get
think
that.
more research has to be done on this particular grape.
Right.
So maybe, you know, it will be done. Maybe it's just not high on their priority.
Right. And you know what? If wine like this is being imported, it will get on people's radar.
Yes.
So my guess is that we're getting this for a great price because it's not on too many people's radar.
Yep, and I will say mine is, what did I say? Mine was a 2012. Yours is a 2015. The only difference is $1 price.
Right.
So where my wine is aging really well, and actually it's probably, I would say at its peak right now. I don't know if I would sell her something like this.
See, now that's interesting because yours is a 2012 and you're saying that I would not recommend this past next year, which I guess is,
so you know how on my video they said that some of them are bottled and then some of them are aged. I definitely got the one that is aged, and you got one that is bottled and put out.
No, because it's a 2015. So
yours is a 15?
Aged. Yeah.
Oh, I thought, okay, so yours is 15 and mine's 12. Okay.
Yeah. Mine's 15. So it's being aged.
Okay.
And I think that it can stand a few more years. You know, I think it's drinkable next year.
Put it on in line with my wine.
Right. So I'm gonna say drink by 2020 is what I would say for this.
And I would say mine is probably, I would get it now. I wouldn't go past another year. Right. I would definitely take it now. It would make a great holiday. Not that, you know, here we are in June thinking of the holidays, but this would make a good wine around the holidays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right, I'm going to go into our fast facts. Where are my fast facts?
Could be in there.
Nope.
Hold on. I can't get in. It says stop slide. That's what it was. That's what you had in the folder.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Okay. Upload. Mencia facts. Hold on. It was only one slide. It was weird.
Really? All right, whatever. I'll just say.
It's in there now. It's Mencia facts take 2. See if that works.
I'm not even seeing that.
Here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that. It's all right.
Here it is. Preview. Start. There you go.
Thank you. All right. So, MS for Mencia fast facts. Okay. We got fact number 1. Mencia only grows in Spain and Portugal and the Iberian Peninsula, except now it grows in part of Australia. So Australia has decided that it is a good wine grape for Mencia, or great wine region for Mencia, and there is a very small production. So if you take all of the production of Mencia, it is like 95% Spain, like 4% Portugal, and 1% now Australia, or less than 1% in Australia. Fact number 2. Mencia is labeled as Jain in Portugal. It is grown specifically in the northern half of the country. Fact number 3. Although Mencia has no relation to Cabernet Franc, a relation was long suspected due to the similarities of aromas. And I will go back to, I agree with the aromas, but the flavor profile is different.
I agree with you.
Basically,
And
because
even the aromas are different.
I think there's more similarity. Like I can see somebody saying there's similarities in the aromas, but the palate just is a different palate. But I can get it. I can get it. But again, I want to go back and I want to look up. I want to compare the grape cluster to grape cluster and the grape leaf to the grape leaf, because those are identifying factors in terms of visual on the vine. So I would like to go back and look at those and compare those for my own science geekiness, nerdiness of myself. Fact number 4, although Mencia, I forgot the N, is relatively easy to find in the United States, you need to be aware that with many Mencias, you will still only see the appellation name, such as Bierzo, on the front label, not the grape name, as mine does not have the grape name anywhere on the label.
Mine does.
Right. And last, according to the latest figures, there are about 25,000 acres of Mencia in Spain, as well as about 7,000 acres in Portugal. And I think there's less than 1,000 acres in Australia. So that.
You know where in Australia?
What?
You know where in Australia?
No, I didn't do. I didn't go that far.
I was just sorry, put you on the spot.
That's all right. Nope. I'm just noticing my teeth are really purple.
I know. I got this one tooth that really picks up the wine taste, and it's.
I need wine wipes. But so that is Mencia. I'm a lover.
I am too.
I got 2 thumbs up for Mencia.
So next month,
yes,
we're running out. It's already 9 o'clock. We are going to talk about the letter N.
Yes.
And it's Negrama. I can't pronounce this. I'm terrible at Negrama. I'm terrible at pronunciations, and I apologize. I take after my father. He always messed up the English language. And if you would like to sign up, there is the link. So, what day is it? It is going to be on Monday, July 16th. So, are you going to be able to make it?
That's going to be a time. I think I might be bottling. No. I'm bottling on the 17th. Never mind. Bottling on the 17th and 18th. Bottling 17th and 18th. So so
you're able to make it on the 16th?
Yeah. We're bottling on the 17th and the 18th.
Okay.
So, it's our first year bottling on 2 days.
Nice. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yes, we are growing. We are growing. So
that's one.
I guess technically we bottled. So technically we bottled 2 days because we bottled the Cab Franc and then we bottled the rosé at a whole different time.
That rosé is. If any of you out there listening, if you can get a hold of Lori's Rosé of Syrah, it is absolutely awesome. I haven't even written about it. I think I did post a picture. I don't even know if I did, but we had it one night and it was.
Oh, thank you.
It was just so good.
Thank you. I say it all the time. It's like we don't have children, so, we have our wine. But when people say they like our wine and they make comments like that, it's heartwarming, and words can't explain how appreciative I am and how, honestly, I can't explain what it makes me feel like when people post that they love our wine or do, say it. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So that is Mencia.
Yes, and we hope we opened up everybody's minds and palates to a new grape. It's something that you wouldn't normally go into a liquor store and seek out, but I would definitely recommend both of our brands that we were drinking tonight because we were both very, very happy with them. And they're great value. They're both under $20, and I'm telling you, I don't know if there's going to be much left in my bottle after, because I'm really enjoying this.
I'm on glass 3. And I'm gonna say there's probably another glass before I hit the sack tonight.
Yeah. So
It's good.
yeah, it is good. So definitely, if this is the type of wine that you like, definitely go seek out.
Give it a try.
Yeah.
Give it a try. And thank you, Karen and Michael, for joining us. We appreciate you being here, and we hope we taught you some stuff about Mencia.
And I will get back to you too on where to find the wine. If you know where they can get the wine on wink.com.
No, that's next month.
Oh, that's next month? Okay. Because they were looking to purchase it.
Yeah, I got it at a local shop. But Michael's in California, and Karen's in San Francisco. Yeah, so I think Michael's south. But yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to find out where they can purchase my wine. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us, and we'll catch you next month.
Yes. Sláinte.
Cheers.